Hey besties, welcome to Laura Loves Literature. Today I'm going to be doing the 10 before the end video. This video is basically where you talk about 10 books that are on your TBR that you would love to read before the end of the year. Now, it is November 14th, I believe, right now, which is crazy. And do I believe I'm going to finish 10 books at all before 2026? Who knows? I'm just here for the vibes, but these are my priority TBR, so let us jump right in. The first book I have started, I'm about 30% of the way through, and it is One Dark Window. This is on my Kindle, and this follows our main character as she has what she calls the nightmare inside of her head. She got a fever when she was very young that can cause magical abilities to happen, and they tend to, sorry if you can hear my Alexa talking, they tend to, in the society, hunt or kill the people that get magical abilities or that get this fever. But her family hid her away when she got sick, and she has hidden this her whole life. But she has this ancient voice in her brain that is constantly telling her things, and it's like this very deep, sensual, I'm just kidding, but it is like a deep, old, ancient voice in her brain that is telling her, you know, don't do this, or, you know, he's lying. And then, like, if she's in trouble, all of a sudden she becomes like a freaking ninja when this thing takes over in her head, and she can just like knock people out. It's crazy. But that's as far as I've gotten. Right now she is on a quest, and that's all I'll say, I guess. But I would love to finish that one very, very soon. The next book that I would love to read that I actually know nothing about, I'm doing a buddy read with my friend Meg. I will link Megan down below. Her videos are great. She just came back to BookTube, so say hello to her. That is Daughter of No Worlds. This just has a really sick cover, and I've seen some other really sick covers for it. I just like the original, but there's some really good covers going around for it now. I literally know nothing about this book. I just know some of my friends have really enjoyed it, and Meg posted that she wanted to read this, and I was like, hey, I want to read that too. We should read it together. And now we're going to read it together. So that is definitely on my priority list. Number 3, we have Devotions by Mary Oliver. This is a book of poetry. This is just a collection of poetry by Mary Oliver. I would love to start this very soon. Does this, hold up. Did I just see dog songs in here? Dog songs. I read that earlier this year. But anyway, this is just a collection of Mary Oliver's poetry, and if you don't know me, I love poetry. I was a slam poet my whole high school career, and I love and appreciate poetry so deeply, and I would love to read this collection this winter. So yeah. Number 4, we have Spy Family Volume 2. I would love to read this because 1, it's short. 2, I would love to know if I want to continue on with the series. I have up to Volume 3. But this follows our main family. Master Spy Twilight is the main character that starts off the series, and he is tasked with infiltrating this boarding school to get to this parent of this child. He wants the dad, but in order to get there, he really has to go through the boarding school, but he's like obviously way too old. So he inherits, he creates, he fabricates a family, and the family has little secrets of their own, aka the daughter that he adopts is a telepath, but she doesn't tell him that. And it's hilarious because she will hear him thinking things like about being a spy, and she's like, why is he thinking like that? Like, it's just very funny. I didn't make that sound very funny, but I promise it is. And then he gets a fake wife, and she is an assassin. So it is just so funny. I loved the first one, and I would love to continue on with the second one. Number 5, we got a big boy. Give me a big boy, and that is Realm Breaker by Victoria Aveyard. This is the first book in the, I don't know what to tell you what part it is, but it's the first book in a series. And this, like I said, a big boy. This is a ragtag group of people that are put together to go on a quest, and that's all I need to know. People say it is Lord of the Rings fan fiction. Have I read Lord of the Rings? No, but I love the idea of Lord of the Rings, so we're gonna see how this one vibes. This one's also very, very high up there for me. Y'all, if you've been watching any of my past few videos, you know I will not shut up about Charlotte McConaughey. I read Wild Dark Shore in January of this year and gave it 5 stars. I read Migrations in October and gave it 4 stars. And so it's just right that number 6 on this list is Once There Were Wolves by Charlotte McConaughey. I just think that this is my year of Charlotte McConaughey's writing. She just reaches a place in my heart that I have not felt in a long time while reading. And I just love that she includes climate fiction in her books. In Wild Dark Shore, we have the global warming and the seas are rising and animals are suffering. And then in Migrations, basically there's almost no wild animals left on Earth because of climate change and deforestation and everything like that. So I assume by the title of this, Once There Were Wolves, that this is also going to be climate fiction. But I just love her so much. And she's an Australian author. I discovered that on my live stream the other night. And I have some really cool Australian friends on BookTube, like Endless Pages and Sosh from Sasha Reads. Sosh Reads, sorry, I fucked that up. And I gotta read it. I gotta read it this year. This is like number 1 priority after One Dark Window. Number 7. Quicksilver by Callie Hart. Yes, Callie Hart. This is a romantasy, and it's dusty because it's been on my shelf. This is a floppy romantasy. I love to see it. How many pages is this thing? 603. Love that. But all I know is that the main dude's name is Kingfisher, which I think is a interesting choice. And he's Fae, which I love. I'm writing Fae in my own story. And people say this is kind of a hot mess, but a really good time. So I'm excited for it. Number 8, we have a seasonally appropriate book. And that is Good Spirits by B.K. Borison. If you watched my most recent video, you know I had a little bit of a bad time with B.K. Borison's book, First Time Caller. And I was a little bit hesitant, but I've heard really good things about this. I loved Love Light Farms, which was her first that I read from her. And maybe this is, I believe this is a girl who falls in love with the spirit of Christmas or something like that. The Ghost of Christmas Past. She falls in love with him and it's spicy and I like it, okay? I'm excited. Look at that cover. So stunning. It's got some sprayed edges. I was gonna say spoiled edges. But hopefully I like this better than I liked First Time Caller. What number are we at? 8? 8. For number 8, if I already did... I did not write this list out. I just grabbed a stack of books. So if I've already done, you may just get a bonus one. But we're gonna say this is number 8. The Road by... I'm just gonna count actually. I think this is 8. We're gonna say it's 8. The Road by Cormac McCarthy. This is an apocalypse novel. This is a survival novel. And it follows a dad and his son as they are living in the apocalypse. And they are traveling by foot, I believe, to somewhere. It's kind of written interestingly. Like the pages are very bare in a lot of the pages. Like almost like... train of thought, which I apparently do not have. But I'm really excited to read this one. Ever since I saw Books and Lala read it, I've really wanted to pick this up, and I saw it at a vintage store actually. It was just sitting there and I was like, you're coming home with me. Number 9 or 10, I don't know, we're gonna say it's 9. I have The Fifth Season by N.K. Jemisin. This is a, I don't want to say dystopian, I don't know. But this follows I believe multiple characters as there is a devastating season that plagues the earth every few years, I believe. You know, I really wish I could tell you more about this book. There is a stillness, a land familiar with catastrophe, where the power of the earth is wielded as a weapon and where there is no mercy. I just know that there's like a season that comes and wipes out pretty much everyone on Earth, and if you survive, like you have to like apocalypse it, you know. I really have heard amazing things about this one, so I'm very excited about it. And this could be bonus 11 or it could be number 10. Again, I don't know. And that is 5 Broken Blades by May Corland. It says let the best liar win. This is my most recent book of the month book, maybe. I'm just gonna read you the first little tiny paragraph that explains it. The 5 most dangerous liars in the land have been mysteriously summoned to work together for a single objective, to kill the god King June. Interested. I think my friend Sam from Samantha Donovan really enjoyed this. And I trust her a lot, so we shall see. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. If you could hit the subscribe button and the thumbs up button, that really helps me out. Leave me a comment down below of a book that is on your end of year TBR. I would love to know. And if you've read any of those, books and you think I should prioritize them, also let me know down below. And I think that's all I've got for you today. So I will talk to you very soon. Bye!